Hey everyone. So there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about more or touch base more on because I forgot to mention these things, I believe, in my previous video if you watched it. Um, when it came to the verbiage that Amberlynn was using when it came to Gracie and Rarity when they came up missing. And that's using past tense language. And if y'all watch crime documentaries, if y'all watch body language experts or interrogations, um, a big red flag is when someone, for one, doesn't help search for said family member or said thing. Um, and if they do, it's because they caught on and they're smarter than some people when it comes to being a horrible piece of shit. And two, when other family members are talking about that person who aren't guilty of anything, who didn't do anything to the said person or thing, they usually use present tense because they don't know the outcome of where this person is, what happened to them. So when discussing them, it's all in present tense. Now, with someone who did something to cause someone to go missing or disappear, they usually use past tense because they already know the outcome of what happened. And like I said before, I believe that, in my opinion, allegedly conspiracy, whatever, that Amberlynn took the collars off of Gracie and Rarity because they wore collars all the time, and all of a sudden, the day they go missing, they don't have it. I believe Amber considers it a trophy. And the more I think about it, which this may be easier for someone to digest with this video, so I'm just going to repeat a few things that I mentioned in my previous video because it is long and I don't know how to edit, so I can't cut out long pauses and the uhs and ums and stuff. And I do apologize for that. I'm hoping that I'll learn eventually. That way it's easier for y'all to digest. But I believe that what really clicked with me was Amber saying to Wasabi when she was holding him in the live stream was he wasn't choosy, which really made me upset, made me cry, to think that someone thinks that their animals' lives are a game, which we already know that Amber does not treat her animals well at all. I mean, look at Twinkie's nails. Twinkie's severely obese, and what does she do? Soon after Rarity goes missing, she gets another pet. Horrible. Um, she still has not grieved over Rarity at all. Like, even speaking about her, it's more of, oh, do we have to talk about this? Oh my gosh, shut up, Instead of, I'm not even going to give her any tips or tricks because fuck her. But when she said he wasn't choosy, that made me think of, so did she play choosy with her pets' lives? And when it comes to the timeline of her getting Twinkie, Wasabi, and Rarity, I believe she got Rarity just before her and Destiny broke up, which was a pretty tumultuous sorry, time in their relationship. And when she got Twinkie and Wasabi, things were all honeymoon phase, still Gucci goo between the two of them, her and Destiny. And I wonder if she has animosity towards Rarity because when they got Rarity, they broke up soon after. So she has a negative connotation with Rarity in that situation or in that aspect. And with Wasabi and Twinkie, she has more of a positive and more of a connection because, Destiny's always the one that has gotten away. She was in love with Destiny before, during, and after they split up. So it just begs a question, is that when she says he wasn't choosy, this is just speculation, if that's what she was thinking in her head of, this cat has to go for me to stay here in Wisconsin and not leave rather than this one. because she plays choosy in just about every aspect of her life, and everything's a game to her. She respects no one. She respects nothing but herself and food. And she doesn't even respect herself, let's be fair. But she doesn't value anyone's time, anyone's lives, um, because she doesn't even value her own. So what makes anyone think that she cares about anyone else? She's proven that time and time again. Like I said, by the way she treats her mother, she banks on her mother's guilt, to have her mother do anything and everything for her, which is disgusting. I wish her mother would just cut contact with her until Amber got sober and got clean. And like I said, sobriety is a multifaceted thing. It doesn't have to be about drugs, alcohol. It could be shopping, a corn addiction, X addiction, food, lack thereof, stuff like that. There's a lot of disorders that, or substance use, abuse, whatever, that comes into play when it comes to, addiction. And I believe that she just doesn't care. And she expects it. She demands it. I just wish her mother would cut contact, because it is a threat to her mother's sobriety every time she's in contact with Amber. Because Amber would drive anyone insane. I mean, Beck struggled with memory loss due to severe dissociation when they were with Amberlynn, due to the psychological, mental, financial, whatever other type of abuse that Beck went through. I'm very irritated at Emily for going back on not wanting the videos up. If it has to do with her job, I don't care. You shouldn't be a nurse, in my opinion. I don't think you should be responsible for anybody, not even your own child, in my opinion, because if you're into the demise of super morbidly obese women, I don't think you should work at a hospital. I think you should be in a hospital, like, psych ward. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. Maybe it's kismet that you would lose your job because you shouldn't work with vulnerable people. And Amberlynn posting that she does not believe that Emily consciously ended someone's life. That's laughable to me, because how is it that a super morbidly obese woman goes into the hospital to get help at 700 pounds, and then passes at almost 1,000? I mean, she was bedbound, so it wasn't like she could get up and go out and go get her own food. So how could you say that you didn't subconsciously do that? Like, do you think we're fucking stupid? You're dumb. Amber is, like I said, she's a very surface level person. Of course, she wants to be with Emily, and they're both toxic. If they're back together, I don't care. Y'all both deserve each other, honestly. And I mean that. I do. The way you treated every single partner, Amber, you deserve this. And Emily, if something happens to Amber, and she starts putting on more weight, which, to be honest with you, how could we really blame Emily for that, considering Amber does not want to do anything to prolong her life? Misery loves company, so like I said, they both deserve each other. Just stop bringing it to the internet, because why come out and talk about it and then retract everything you said and talked about? It just makes no sense. And because if it has something to do with your job, it would pretty much clear you on a lot of things. Um, like talking about being a feeder. One of the messages, it showed that you were trying to help Amber and was supporting her into getting to GLP-1s and semaglutides, and she was the one that was like, no, no, but I think that was more to appease you. But then again, how could I say that? Because she doesn't want to help herself. She never has. She does it for others. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. When it comes to addiction, that person has to want it. They have to want it. They have to put in the effort. No one can do it for them. Because Amber's used to everybody doing things for her. And I mean, come on. How long did Beck wipe her ass? So that doesn't tell you anything. I don't know what would. Y'all are just incredibly just insane to me, because y'all don't even know what the hell y'all are even doing. Coming out online, running your mouths, getting back together, breaking up. How many times has this happened? I mean, Emily, you went to Mr. Snowflake and then you went to Rachel. And I can see why Mr. Snowflake deleted the messages between him and you, because you were sharing them with Amberlynn, and when Amber said, and Mr. Snowflake deleted his messages, which is weird. How is that weird? Like, you need to shut your fucking mouth about Mr. Snowflake. You want to paint some type of picture about him. It's not going to happen. Because all you do is lie. It's the only thing that ever comes out of your mouth is a lie. And to try to say that he's weird and shit for deleting him. No. He's protecting himself. And how is it weird to ask about your hygiene? How is that weird? When it's been proven time and time again that you're horrible. Your hygiene is so poor that you didn't shower for the entirety of 2019. So, why is that a shocker to you? It's not a shock to anybody else. It's not weird to anybody else to ask that question. Honestly, it's not. Not in girl world. No. Like, it'd be one thing if he was asking some hot Instagram model to be like weird or something, but no. It's because you're gross and you stink. I mean, damn. Idiot. Ugh. You just don't like the people like Mr. Snowflake. You don't like that people like Lordy Jordy. You don't like people that like The Ankle or Rachel or Charlie Gold or Karina Kaboom or Hector Kana or Salty Crab, because they all call you out on your bullshit. That's all it is. You cannot control the real narrative when all these other people are pointing out who you truly are, and you can't control that person or those people. That's when you feel like, oh, they're just attacking me, when they're just showing you a mirror. That's all. God forbid, right? All right, you don't believe in God anymore. Okay. Girl, if I lived a life like you, I wouldn't either. Nope. I'd be too afraid to die and face my judgment if I were you. 100%. Because that's when you really have to face the shit you've done. But you don't believe in that, so of course not. I don't care what you believe in. I really don't. But to be like, I'm agnostic, atheist, is that a thing? Can somebody tell me in the comments, is that a thing? Or is it like you could be agnostic or atheist, but how is both of them? I don't understand. I don't know. I know what an atheist is. But yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Y'all just let me know. But thank you for watching. I just wanted to kind of clarify things and kind of make things shorter form, because I just ramble in my last video, which I ramble in this one too. But if I think of anything else to talk about, I'll post. But I'm trying to be more consistent for you guys because I know, I mean, I don't have like thousands upon subscribers, but I do have 60, and I'm very grateful for that. So, thank you all. If you like my videos, consider subscribing, hit the like, and I'll see y'all next time. If there's any topics y'all want me to talk about, I mean, don't bring it. I saw in the comments previously of people like, now do FFG next. Now, I like French Rock Girl. I'm not going to talk shit about her. I don't like talking shit about reaction channels anyway. Like, there's some things that I agree with. There's some great things that I don't agree with. That's just part of life. And that's with all reaction channels. I'm just not going to do that. I'm here to talk shit about lolcows, okay? And some of y'all consider, for some reason, that French Rock Girl is like a lolcow in some degree. I don't see it in me. I don't see it. But yeah, if there's anybody else y'all want me to cover when it comes to the lolcow universe, let me know. I'll do some research. And there are some that I already know about that I just don't discuss. But yeah, just let me know. I'll see you later. Bye.